Welcome back to the channel, hosers. I got a couple of unboxings I want to do today. My wife just went out for her fellatio fan club, and usually when she goes to these things, she's there for a couple hours and then comes home and just goes straight to sleep. I have no clue what it is. I think it's some Italian pop singer, and they sit around singing fellatio songs because when she comes home, she's usually got a sore throat. But either way, we've got a little bit of time. So I'm going to do a couple of unboxings that I just purchased, and I didn't want her to see. So first, we've got the Glock, and you could tell by the color of the box which one it is. And the second one is a big boy, but we'll get to that maybe in another video. I decided to get the Glock 19X. Not sure why. I've always liked it when it first came out, so I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna get it. So let's dive on in. So this is what gets you, what you get from the factory. You get a pistol, comes with a magazine in it, 1 mag, 2 mags, 3 mags, speed loader that I find from my other Glock works like crap. So this stays in there. You get 4 back straps, cable lock that you'll never use, a little cleaning brush, little cleaning rod, and your manual. So that's it. So let's get rid of this crap. Nobody cares about that. Alright, so 19X. My understanding of this gun was that it's a 17 frame with a 19 slide. And because we live in Canada and we have barrel limits, 4 1/4 for us in order to be considered restricted, which means we're allowed to buy them with the proper license, it has to protrude out a little bit. I don't think you get that in the United States. I might be wrong, but my understanding is this is a Canadian thing, so it's going to stick out just a little bit. Comes with upgraded sights, tritium night sights, and they work well. I mean, they work a lot better than the crap sights that you normally get with a Glock. If I was going to change them, I would go with the Ameriglow Hawkathorns, which is the, as you saw in my other Glocks, it's a blacked out rear and a big fiber optic front. And I just prefer that setup. But these work well. I actually kind of like them, just doing some dry fire practice. They work really well. They glow and no complaints there. So as you can see, it's flat dark earth. You've got magazine release. I don't think it's extended, but I will tell you this: it does work better than on my Glock 17. And I brought out the Glock 17 to show you, but I do want to get into the mag release and the magazines with this one compared to the Gen 5 17. Other than that, I don't think there's much difference. It's just, you know, regular standard Glock fare. I believe it's the Glock Gen 4 barrel, so I don't think it's the you know, the marksman barrel that the Glock Gen 5s brag about. I will say that with this pistol, I don't know if it's just my imagination or if it's legit. I don't have a gauge, but this trigger, much better than the Gen 5. And again, I don't know if it's just my imagination or if it's legit, but to me it feels a lot better. It breaks much easier, the reset's better, and after it resets it just crisp. So I definitely like this better. I'll show you what I mean. So here's the Gen 5, and I've shown this in a couple of videos before, you know, nothing you haven't seen before. Left hand. So it's a little right at the wall. It's still, you see that? So it's like I feel I hit the wall, and then there's still a little more. You see how I pushed a little more and it didn't break yet. So I'm pulling, it hits the wall, and then it breaks. So there's the wall. As you can see, it's stopping, and then there's a little more, and then it breaks, and then on the reset, so it resets. And then you still have that little play. So I just find this one, I don't know, it's just not there. So here's the wall, and then it just breaks. And again, the reset, there's the wall, and it just breaks. So definitely like this trigger. You know, I should do the research and see if it actually is a different trigger, if it's the same mechanism. I just like the color scheme and the fact that it came with the night sights and the shorter slide. So that's why I grabbed it. Like I said in my other videos, I never used to be a fan of Glocks. And this 17 that I have is growing on me, and I'm liking them a little bit more. So I just decided to get it, and so far I'm really happy with it. So we'll just do a quick size comparison, because like I said, I thought the purpose of the 19X was to take a 19 slide and put it on a 17 frame. But then I get them and I notice that the 17 frame is actually longer. As you can see, the Gen 5 17 has, what is that, maybe a quarter of an inch more? Maybe a little bit, 2/3 of an inch. So it's obviously just the dust cover. I believe the grip module is about the same size. It's hard to tell because I've got the magwell, but they feel about the same. So I think it's just the dust cover is a little shorter on this one. It just coincides with the 19. So I guess that makes sense, that it would have to be shorter, because then you'd have a longer frame than to the slide. So, but I believe this is the same. So, you know, there's the size differences, and, you know, not much, but it's enough that if you were carrying it, it would make a difference. If you had this on your appendix or on your side all day, of course in Canada we can't do that, but you Americans are lucky and have freedoms that are granted to you, that you're allowed to protect yourself. In Canada, you have to be a victim and then call the police and deal with it after. So, such as Canada. But anyways, there you have it. So, you know, just can't complain. It's got the, as you can see, the dual recoil spring on the captive guide rod there, just like all the other Glocks from Gen 4 on. And other than that, I mean, you know, the magazines, they work fine in both. So as you can see, obviously the frame's the same, so they work in both. But what I wanted to show you is, because from some of my other videos you've been seeing that I've had these issues where it doesn't go in. See that? Like, I'm pushing it, and, like, you know, that's a good, see, that time it's seated. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just because of the magwell. But then I was playing around and I did it, there was one or two where I used these frickin' Gen 5 mags in here, and I had the same problem. So I don't know if it's these magazines that I have or what, but they're just not consistent. And so far these three have been. So I don't know if they're slightly different or what, but these ones, they come straight to us with 10 rounds. So they're a little different than the ones you get in the United States. The United States, you get, I believe, the 17s and 15s. These ones are made specifically for Canada and maybe California, where they only hold 10. So I don't know if that's the difference or what. What I was saying about the extended mag release, this one, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it's a little bit more flared out here. And I do find that it's a little bit easier to use. So that's why I was thinking maybe that might be a benefit of the 19X with the extended. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely feels better. So I can't wait to shoot it and give you guys a full range report. For now, I just wanted to do an unboxing and just let you see what it looks like, and we'll report. What I'll do is I'll do like a first impression shoot, then I'll try to do a 500 round update and a 1,000 or 2,000 round update. But honestly, at first feel and just holding it and playing with it, I kind of like it better than the 17. What would make this perfect would be if it had the MOS cutout, or even just a slide mill aftermarket for the RMR, and then I think you'd have a really great carry gun option, and even a good pistol for IPSC production or production optic. So we'll update later after we get some rounds through it, but all in all, really like it. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to address them while I'm shooting them. I should be able to get 500 rounds in the next week or two, so I'll stay tuned and I'll have an update. Okay, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Hit the like and subscribe, and we will talk later. GoPro, stop recording.